Alright, I've been tagged. This is a common video response thread that you see in the bushcraft community. For those who don't know what it is, basically somebody starts off with a question or topic or a challenge, and then they tag in the comments two members of the community. So I got tagged recently by Dragonfly Hiker, and this was, the question was, what would be the one thing you would bring with you to survive? The one item would be a similar item that Be Active Life did a few responses before, and that is using a very simple Bic lighter. Cheap. You can put one in every jacket, pack, whichever one you want. And that is based on environment that I am here in Nova Scotia. Now you're probably thinking, well, Nova Scotia, you should probably focus on shelter. Well, no, not necessarily, because I'm walking through what would be a typical forest that you'd run into many spots in Nova Scotia. Because of our shallow topsoil situation here, meaning that it's granite underneath, the tree roots spread out. They don't go down deep. So when we do get the occasional hurricane or tropical storm coming up the eastern seaboard, we usually get a pretty good windstorm. Now if you look at the scale, the hurricane damage scale that comes out of Florida, category 1, expect this type of damage for buildings and trees. Well, obviously buildings is accurate, but for tree damage, it's always 1 up. When we got Hurricane Earl a few years ago, that one was pretty much on the line between tropical storm and hurricane. Well, that would be 1 up. So they found over the years that is pretty much the situation here. So you see a lot of overturned tree root, nice, wide, and there's a couple here, and you'll find them pretty much all over the place. I don't think there's a trail that you won't run into this type of situation. So here we are, take a look at this. So if I'm thinking to survive, it's 8 to 12 hours. One, I need to create some signal, why I would bring the lighter, create smoke. With all these overturned trees, I have lots of fuel, so that's not a problem. For shelter, look at this tree root that I stumbled across on our walking here. You can see, you can find whichever one is safest, and you can, find some little spruce boughs or fir or whatever to create a nice little nest. And depending on the current conditions, you know which way the wind blows if there's a storm because the tree fell, or you just set up on the other side. And so depending on the situation, you can kind of make yourself a little lean-to out of the overturned trees, set up your fire, and then you're good to go. I'm not going to tag anybody further because I think they tagged pretty much everybody that I know. So anyway, put down in your comments what you think, what is your one item to survive. Actually, right now I'm out hiking. I have a knife, I don't have the lighter, so it goes to show what I would bring, but that's the whole point of these questions, right? So anyway, comments. We'll talk to you later.